Good day to you, ladies and gentlemen of the Tube. We are back in the woods and our mission today is to find and shoot some good macro stuff. The slight confounding factor this week is that it has been the driest spring since 1961, so who knows what we're going to find. If we don't find anything, then at this moment you're probably watching a video entitled something like "I tried every coffee shop in Cambridge so you don't have to." And you're thinking to yourself, why is the mushroom guy talking about coffee? But if we do find some stuff, let's cut to some B-roll of me wandering through the woods, finding stuff. Right, we found a thing, ladies and gents. This is, don't know how well you can see that there. Will the camera focus on it? Perhaps it will. It's either going to be this one or a near identical one. Depends which one breaks when I try and wedge it into a log to take the shot. But I'm going to do exactly that now, wedge it into a log and take the shot. Right, we are set up on this beautiful thing, ladies and gents. We've got this kind of seed thing. Don't know what that's called. It's wedged into the moss on top of a log here. You can see along this front edge, you can see we've got one LED on the left hand side, and that is throwing light across here. That is shining through this beautiful detail here. The light is actually slightly behind the subject. I think you can probably see that from the overhead camera there. If I just turn that light off, you can see how the daylight is not contributing a massive amount. It's giving us some detail in the background a little bit and a little bit here, but predominantly the lighting is coming from the LED. So composition wise, it's just kind of a bit of a diagonal in the middle of the shot really. There's not a lot to say about that. It would be nice if I could get this kind of horizon to be a bit tilted, but then I'd be at a really odd angle to this, and it didn't work when I tried to wedge it in at that angle. So this is what we've got. So we're shooting at f8. I've cranked the ISO up to 1600, which might initially seem a bit odd as we're on a tripod, but there is a little bit of wind. You can't really see it at the moment, but periodically the wind gets up and this thing wobbles around. So ISO 1600 gives us a high enough shutter speed that we can freeze any little bits of movement, so it should stack okay even if it moves slightly. So exposure wise, average metering, dark background, much lighter subject, so we underexpose by a couple of stops in order to make sure we don't clip any of this. That's pretty much it. I'm going to focus on this edge here. I will just check that with my autofocus. I'm going to draw the focus slightly towards me, and I'm going to shoot a stack. I think I really only need to shoot probably about 20 shots and then use about 5, but we're set on 100 anyway, so rather than fiddle about, just going to focus there again, draw the focus towards me and shoot the stack. So looking at the final shot, as expected, we are miles past where we need. So we'll just pick out a very few shots for the actual subject, stack those, and if it looks good, here it is now. Right, that shot is done, ladies and gents, and I have to admit I'm still thinking about the idea of the coffee shop video. That does appeal quite a lot, but anyway, I'm now going to crack on and see if I can find, for your delectation, something a little bit more mushroomy. So yeah, let's go. another joke. We're just waiting for another joke.
What do sharks say when something cool happens?
I don't know. What do sharks say when something cool happens?
Jawsome.
Jawsome. I think we need to crack on with the next shot, ladies and gents. As promised, it is something a bit more mushroomy, and it's this slightly scruffy looking chap here. I'm going to shoot him slightly more round to the left than this shot here. But yeah, I'm going to set that up and see how it looks. Right, we are set up on this beautiful specimen, ladies and gents. We've got the stalk stem coming up at a nice diagonal angle there, and the cap is coming down at a nice angle there. You can see probably from the 360 camera that we've got a reflector overhead, and all that's doing is blocking the daylight out. It's not doing any sort of significant reflecting. You can also see we have two LED lights, one on the left hand side that is providing this light here and some of this light under here and the light down the side of the stem, and another one on the right hand side which is set to 3200K that is providing this warm light here. It's giving warm light across the background and sort of warmth here and a bit of warmth down here. So if I turn both of those lights off, you can see the daylight is not really contributing an awful lot. It's underexposed by quite a few stops there, so nothing significant. So if I turn just the background light on, you can see the warmth that's providing, some in the background but down here. If I turn that one off and turn the left hand light on, you can see that's providing this nice daylight balanced light here, picking out some of this detail here. So both lights on, you can see the full effect. We're not shooting at f5.6, I'm just going to change that and change the shutter speed accordingly, reaching around quite awkwardly there. So we are shooting at f8, eighth of a second, ISO 64. Eighth of a second is fine because there's no subject movement. ISO 64 best quality on this camera. f8, nice middling aperture, good optical quality. So we're using average metering. We've got a light subject on a darkish background, so we're underexposing by just over a stop, which I think is going to be about right. So I might just change that just by another third of a stop, just under by a third more. So we're now on a tenth of a second, just to make sure we don't clip anything in the light areas, especially here. So we're going to stack it. It's quite awkward to reach through to the camera here. I'm going to focus there where you see the green square, just here. I'm going to reach through and draw the focus towards me, just to make absolutely sure that I don't miss any detail on these bits at the front here, so we're well in front of those, that's no problem. So we're going to stack it. We are going to shoot. I'm going to shoot some extra frames for this one just to make sure I don't miss anything at the back. So we're going to go 150. Not expecting to need more than, I don't know, 20 or 30. But we're going to shoot that now. If I can reach through and find the right button, we're going to shoot that now. So looking at the final shot in the stack, you can see we are well past the actual subject. So that should stack nicely, and if it does, here's the shot. Right, that shot is done, ladies and gents, so I'm going to call it a day. Don't forget to hit the like button. I noticed there was a chap at the back there who liked the video but hasn't clicked the button, so we're just going to give him a second to do that. And he's done it, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you are not subscribed. I'm going to call it a day. See you next time. Cheers.